This past week has been one amazing week for our community as gamers because of E3. We now know what next generation consoles will be like, and we now know what games we'll have in our hands in a year or two. But the question is, what were some of the best moments from E3? And guess what I'm here to tell you? My top 10 favorite moments from E3. It was supposed to be a top 5 best or worst, but I really couldn't think of 5 horrible things that happened this year. E3 was just so amazing. So, we'll start off this list at number 10 with Peggle 2!
Number 9, Let's Go!
EA stands up to the podium, and we sit back, getting ready for their great lineup of sports games. Yay! And what are we greeted with instead? Plants vs. Zombies. Garden Warfare. I've never been a huge fan of the Plants vs. Zombies series, but I did find it funny and enjoyable when I did pick it up to play. So when I saw this trailer pop up, my reaction was meh. But as the video continued on, I found myself laughing at certain parts and really enjoying the design of the game. It looks like a fun co-op game with some really great character designs and playing styles. I guess it's kind of like Team Fortress 2 in that aspect.
Number 8, Let's Go!
Halo 5. That trailer blew my mind. When I first started watching it, I was like, what is this? And then when that hood finally blew off, I was like, oh no you didn't. If you haven't watched my top 10 favorite games list, Halo is one of my favorite series. But sadly, this time around, it's not enough to make me want to buy an Xbox One. And the series is kind of losing its charm to me now. And that's why it's so high up on this list.
Number 7, Let's Go!
There are some things that we as gamers accept as a dead product. But every once in a while, a game slips through the cracks, rises from the dead, to bring us joy or hate.
And this year at E3, we were blessed with the chance to see a new Star Wars Battlefront in HD. Sadly, we weren't able to see any gameplay, so who knows if this could be a repeat of Duke Nukem, or if this could be a godsend. We'll most likely have to wait till next E3 to see.
Number 6, Let's Go!
Back in my top 10 favorite games list, which I mentioned before, and I will probably mention again after this, I mentioned how much I love Mario Kart 64. How me and my dad played it, grew up on it, and just enjoyed it.
And now that Mario Kart 8 was announced, I think it would be great if I could pick up and play a Mario Kart game once again with my dad. Just like when I was a kid. And since it's a new game, maybe he won't beat me in 10 seconds flat.
Number 5, Let's Go!
And this is where this list really starts to get hot for me. And probably for you too. Which is kind of surprising. I was only expecting 2 or 3 really amazing things, not this many. So to start off this awesome top 5 is...
You have to know this list is going to be great if I'm starting off the top 5 with Mirror's Edge 2. I was so amazed when I saw this game finally get the sequel it so rightly deserved. It was such a fun game that almost everyone loved and enjoyed, and the fact that it took this long to get a sequel out in an age where good games start getting sequels every year surprised me.
Number 4.
Tego. When Ubisoft first made the surprise announcement for The Division, I was not impressed at all. My words were literally, "Oh great, another zombie game." But then the gameplay was shown and I realized it wasn't a zombie game. It was a game based on how a real virus epidemic would be handled. People rioting and stealing things, criminals locking up the cops and roaming free on the streets, and you get to be the special task force to try and keep this whole mess under control. What also made this game really interesting was that it's an MMORPG, where you can travel around with your friends, visiting multiple different cities and fight other real people walking around in the game. And I really enjoy the idea of that. So I'm super excited to test it out if I get a chance.
Number 3.
Tego.
A little while back, I was gonna make a top 10 characters I want to see in the new Smash Bros. Game. And at the top of that list was a cute blue boy who shot lemons out of his hand. And guess what was announced at Nintendo Direct this year?
Aw yeah, that's right, we finally get Mega Man in our Smash Bros. Game, which is something I've wanted for so long. His moveset is off the charts, and his character motions matches Retro Sprite to the T, which shows how much they worked on his character design. The intro for his announcement was also amazing. I watched it more than once, and it always got me excited. Now if only we could get our little bomber friend into the game, all would be perfect.
Number 2.
Tego.
So during Sony's press conference, I was streaming. And well, I guess I'll just show you a video from that stream to describe to you how I feel about this next entry, because that's the best way to do it.
It's a short teaser announcing an upcoming title. What? Kingdom Hearts 3? No, it can't be. No, this can't happen. I'm going to die right now. No! Oh my god!
So I may or may have not been overreacting just a little bit. But come on!
It's Kingdom Hearts 3! I've been waiting years just to hear a word that this game was at least being made, and now that I know it's in development, I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. Also, Kingdom Hearts was in the top 5 of my favorite games list, just so you know how much I love the series and can't wait to continue playing one of the most confusing storylines ever conceived.
It's Amelia, number 1.
Tego.
And here we are at number 1. And I bet you're sitting there like, what could it be? He left out so much good stuff. Maybe it's stuff that you loved and I didn't love so much. Or maybe the thing that you love the most is what my number 1 is. And that thing is Sony's press conference in general.
Yes, Sony's whole conference is number 1. They just designed it so well, from starting off with the boring but not too boring PSP stuff to slipping into the boring media stuff, then quickly moving on to all the awesome stuff we wanted, like Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy 15, and Destiny. They showed us what games we would be able to get our hands on during release date, and showed us that they were going to be big with indie games by showing us 8 more indie games and adding super giant games to the PS4 family. But their end game was what blew me away. With the slap at Xbox when they stated that games would be reusable, the console wouldn't have to be online 24/7, and that we would get a free game every month just for being a part of PlayStation Plus, which only costs $5 a month. Then to top it all off, they ended with a price tag $100 lower than the Xbox at $399 US.
All of this added together really shows that Sony knew what they had to do coming into E3, and they did it 100% to the best of their ability. And before you come in here all like, oh, you're just a Sony fanboy, I'd like to let you know that I have never once owned a Sony PlayStation. Yes, I've gone to my friend and played it, and I've borrowed it from my friend, but I've never really owned one. I've always been the Xbox guy. I've been with them for 12 years now, which is crazy. But everything that Xbox is doing with the Xbox One just isn't to my taste, and the PlayStation conference was so good that I couldn't help but put it at the #1 spot. So if you don't agree with me, comment below what your top 10 would be. I'd love to see it. And if you like my video, don't forget to subscribe.
I hope you enjoyed my video, and if you want some more E3 content, check out my friend N-Freak. He's doing top 10 worst and most disappointing moments of E3. I can't wait to check it out myself. Look, I'm clicking on the link right now. Clickety clickety. Come on, click on a link. Why are you still here? I left, I'm watching N-Freak's video. It's pretty good. Come on, you know you want to click on it.